All right. As promised, I am going to go through how to look for a hydrogen water bottle because at the end of the day, it's really important that you guys actually just understand a little bit of what is involved as far as the technology, what to look for, how not to get scammed, and don't just take my word for it. I'm going to teach you a little bit about these bottles. Obviously, I promote one that I know that I've done the research on and it's really amazing. However, I want to give you the knowledge so that you can understand what you're buying and why. So, first, three things we're going to talk about: why hydrogen water bottles, what to look for in a water bottle, and how to not get scammed. So, first of all, why hydrogen bottles? Because of convenience, for sure, is a really, really top one. If you have a hydrogen machine already, you're not going to take it on the go. Also, the price point, right? So the last thing, so there's price point, convenience, and then also the amount of molecular hydrogen. So let's just rewind a little bit. So, price point, obviously, these bottles can range in prices. And honestly, if you go look for, if you get a cheap one, you're probably going to get a cheap product. This one's priced really well. They do go up to like $500 or $600. You don't have to go for that technology. It's the exact same as this one, the ones that are 500, 5 or 600. So what you need to look for is concentration levels. So when you're buying a bottle, it will tell you how many parts per million or milligrams per liters in the bottle. This one alone is 5 to 8 parts per million. That's a very high, and you probably aren't going to find anything much higher. So if it doesn't say how many parts per million or milligrams per liter, it's because it's very low and it's probably garbage. So do not buy those with no concentration disclosure or with a really low concentration, because there is a therapeutic benefits to having a certain amount of molecular hydrogen, and we want a lot. So that's why these bottles are so amazing, is because you can't even get that high amount from an actual hydrogen machine. So the bottles are amazing. That's why they're small as well. So you'll never find a 1 liter bottle this size, is because that's the chamber and what's needed to make molecular hydrogen. So people go, well, it's not very big. I'm like, yeah, but you're not using it necessarily for hydration. So when I'm on the go, I actually have my filtered water, and then I have this with me. This is a hydro boost. It's like a shot, right? This is where you're getting the therapeutic effects of the molecular hydrogen, and then you can drink your spring water, your whatever other water that you have that's filtered. Make sure you're putting filtered water in this as well. It has to be filtered. So that's really important. The other thing is, so let's talk about technology. So what kind of technology do we want? SPEPEM technology is what we use. There is other technologies, but this is by far superior. And I could get into the science of it, but I also did put a little video on this page where Horatius breaks it down a little bit. You can go on YouTube if you're really into the science of things. But the SPEPEM technology is a really, really good technology. It's a clean, high concentrations of hydrogen. So that's also what you want to look for. SPEPEM, high concentrations of molecular hydrogen. The other thing is too, hydrogen is a gas, right? So when you press this little button, you're going to see how many minutes it has. So our bottles have 5 to 10 minutes. So you want to look at that run time, because if a bottle's under 5 to 10 minutes, what it means is the bottle can't withstand the pressure from the hydrogen. So it's going to turn off to compensate so that it doesn't explode, essentially, is what it is. So when you have a bottle that does 5 to 10 minutes, you know it can withstand the pressure. And so it has a pressurized lid. When I open this, when it's done, it's going to pop. It's going to make like a pop sound. So you want a bottle that can withstand pressure. So if you're looking at a bottle that only runs for 1 to 3 minutes, it's a cheap bottle, and you're not going to get the high levels of molecular hydrogen. Okay. The other thing that you want to look for is third-party testing. So whenever you look at a product, ours are third-party tested. You want to make sure that that stamp of approval is on there. So there is a few different kinds of third-party testing that's out there. And if the basically just don't take their word for it is what that is. There's a companies, there's governing bodies that say yes, what they are saying is what's produced, because people can just put whatever they want. But if it's third party tested, you know it's approved. So look for that stamp of approval on the bottom. The other thing is warranty. So because these bottles undergo a lot of pressure and a lot of basically they use a lot of electricity too, they blow up and they break. So make sure that your bottle comes with a warranty. Ours comes with a 1 year warranty. A lot of times these bottles only last like 2 to 3 months. So that's in a nutshell what you want to look for. Don't get scammed. Make sure all those elements are in. So let's just recap. You want to have the high concentration. You want to have the SPE PEM technology. You want to have third party testing done, and you want a warranty, and you want to make sure that runtime is high and that they tell you how much parts per million or milligrams per liter that bottle is making. So I hope that's really helpful for you guys. Remember, this amount of hydrogen in this water has so many therapeutic benefits. And that's the last post I did in this group. It talks a lot about all the benefits that you can get. So these are super convenient. You can take them anywhere, just add filtered water and you win. The last thing I just want to touch on is the beautiful thing about SPE PEM technology is any kind of filtered water you can put in here, even distilled, and you can get hydrogen. With a lot of alkalized ionized systems, you actually need water that has minerals in it in order to create hydrogen. With these, you do not. So you can literally put any filtered water in it and you're going to get your therapeutic dose of molecular hydrogen. So I hope this was helpful for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or put it in the comments. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.